Hey everyone, Fan Z here, and it is time for another review. So I just got back from seeing the Illuminations, Illumination Entertainment's The Grinch, starring the voice of Benedict Cumberbatch. Now, going into this, I knew the story of The Grinch from both the animated movie and the Jim Carrey version. But I will have to say, this is better than actually I thought it was going to be. Now, with every movie, there are pros and cons. So let's get into it. Some of the pros are, even though I knew the story, I liked how they incorporated more. Like, they gave you extra content in this movie. There was more of a story with Cindy Lou Who, and there was more of a story revolving around the Grinch. Along with that story, there were a couple of new characters that were introduced that I thought actually made the movie a little bit better. You've seen in the trailers the reindeer, and I going into this movie, I did not think the reindeer was going to be a good character at all. I was mistaken. There's also another character, a Who character, that was introduced that I thought really stood out, and I liked the scenes that he was in. The other big pro for this movie, and the biggest thing about the movie that I like, is the animation. I really thought it looked so detailed, and just it looked at times like you were looking at an actual thing, but like an animated place. But it was just so well done and so detailed. Now, another pro that I did forget to mention is I thought this movie was more inventive in terms of things that are revolving around the Grinch and all that. Now, there are many negatives, but a small negative is, after a while, I wasn't a big fan of the narration. I just thought, sometimes you didn't need the narration. But the biggest negative is Benedict Cumberbatch. Not that I didn't think he did a bad job. It's just, when you think of the character of the Grinch, his voice, it seemed like it just didn't really fit with the character of the Grinch. Now, saying all that, based on the animated movies that I have seen this year, I definitely think this should be up for animated feature. Now I do have my list of 5, and I think the 5th one is a movie I have not seen yet, and that was Smallfoot. So I would drop that out, and I would put this in the same category with Isle of Dogs, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I will see next week, Incredibles 2, and Wreck-It Ralph 2. So this should definitely get nominated. I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5. If you are a fan of The Grinch or of Christmas movies, I would recommend seeing this. Now, if you are liking my reviews, if you want, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Well, that is my review for the animated movie, The Grinch. Come back next time for another review. This is Fan Z, signing off. Have a good night.